Get a name and address, please.
Oh, they don't?
Please stop.
She might
I
say.
think I answered his question.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is anyone else?
Thank you.
Heather.
Should have spoken into the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to
He
see,
whispered
thank
in my
you.
ear.
Michelle?
Nothing, thank you.
Vern?
To address what Pam just brought up, I believe that the planning board, there was no way that they could go back on the original development, but I believe if the second phase comes in, this is going to be put into the second phase, fence and a berm down through there, which I understand was supposed to be put in.
Could you check into that
Yep.
next time you go to the planning board, tell them,
Yep.
Pat, that we want a response from
Yep.
Tim Murphy?
Yep.
We want something in writing. Billy?
That's what was talking about.
The only comment I have is, Heather, I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
In regarding the tall grass over
Yes,
in Bridgeport, between now and, do we need some type of temporary resolution to give the code enforcement officers the authorization to cut down the grass? Because otherwise we're looking, we're looking at mid-July before we implement something.
you're right. My concern is, I think you could probably give the code enforcement officer the authority to do it. I'm just not sure at this point that you'd have the right to charge it back to the property owner to pay for it, because we don't have a mechanism in place for you to be able to do that to somebody. So if you wanted to take care of the problem, I think you'd probably be able to do that. I just think you'd have to eat the cost right now.
As a health and safety issue, I mean,
The only problem with that is, Heather, is we had this problem last year.
I know,
Same property, and they just know that they're gonna just push us.
and I don't know what to tell you, because the mechanism that was in place to be able to charge it back to the person, it looks like it evaporated.
Yeah, and unfortunately though, the two people who live on either side are living next to a jungle.
I know,
You
I
should
know.
drive out there and take a look at it.
I heard they're animals and
It's
just
unbelievable.
awful.
Well, I mean, that's not the only place either, Chad. I mean, we
right.
probably have 10 of these places now, where people are complaining about lawns. And we just don't have anything, any mechanism to take care of. And we discussed it. I mean, I don't care what we do. You and I go out, look at it and make a decision or something. But
We've gotta do something. You know, these people that are taking care of their properties on either side or behind or in front or wherever. And some of these people, they don't care.
Well, and I think part of the issues too is that particularly that one house that you were talking about this evening, sounds like it may have some problems with the structure itself, the home itself, and that you do have
I would
things
believe
in
it.
place to be able to
Make it
to
all
take
part
care
of
of.
Moss
Yeah.
is this thick on the roof.
Yeah, so, you know, it makes a difference when there's problems with the structure itself too, that's unsafe. So we may be able to get at it that way. As far as mowing lawns, if you'd like to, you know, give Wayne some authority to go out and take care of problems right now, and with the understanding that we may not be able to charge people for the cost at this point, we can certainly try, but just with the understanding you might not be able to do that.
I firmly believe we should try.
Oh yeah, you try, I'm just not sure it's enough.
We're just gonna hand it over to them, because then they'll just sit there and wait for us to cut all of
Oh
them.
yeah, why, you know, why would they?
Yeah, you can cut mine.
Yeah.
That property was boarded up, wasn't it?
It's boarded.
Yeah. It's a disgrace.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
The eaves are falling right off the trusses.
Used to be a lot of young kids in there.
Well, perhaps we could just make it as a resolution to charge back the property owner tonight, and then allow you time to research it,
Yeah.
and obviously, you know, the board can do that, and then we can see
The one at Air Pachetica.
if we need to revise that.
And why don't we do any others in the code enforcement officer's discretion right now, given that the next time
Yeah.
you're not gonna meet, it's not gonna be for another month or so.
Motion to approve as presented.
Wayne, did you have any last comments?
no, I was just gonna say, I mean, just to reiterate what Heather was saying, is that the building code changed this year. We're in 2007. We're working under the 2007 code, which was adopted, and we began using that in 2008. And the verbiage was in there last year that would allow us to charge that back. When I checked it, it's taken out of this year's
Is this just an
code.
oversight maybe?
I don't, either that or, and I discussed it with Heather, I don't know if somebody challenged it because the building code and zoning are two separate issues, and it may have been challenged and taken out, I don't know the history.
It's more of a property maintenance issue.
Yeah.
And I've looked through the code and, in different portions of it, the property maintenance code and the building code. There just isn't any, thing in there that allows you to do that now.
You don't have anything locally that we're aware of either that would allow you to do it. Frankly, it took Wayne and I both by surprise when because my first reaction is, okay, if that's what you want to do, how do you do it? And I tried to look it up, and Wayne tried to look it up, and we both kind of looked at each other like, where did it go?
Well, the worst part about it, we just did it last year.
Exactly.
Well, and that's how I have to explain it to people too. I mean, it disappeared.
Well, I will second Chet's motion, and is Chet include the language that gives the, part of the resolution will be to allow the town to charge back the property owner.
And it's a blanket issue, not an individual issue to Eric or Janica. It would be up at your discretion.
We do have other issues, and they do pop up from time to time.
Yes, they do.
We got the other one.
Second.
They don't know who we talked about.
We got this one right here. Yeah.
We'll include all that.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Mr. Ryback?
Yes.
Mr. Porro?
Yes.
Mr. Lozinski?
Yes. Tracy, any comments? You want to talk about rabies clinic right now?
It's over.
Any no further business, meeting adjourned.